Greetings, I'm Sylvia Vallis, and this is the last in my little three-part series of wee videos helping you to have happiness on a permanent basis throughout your whole life, not just through a new year. And it's my joy to be able to share with you some things that have really turned my life around, that have enabled me to live a heaven on earth life. And I know you can do it too, as many other people are now doing. So I've spoken about what I call my magic word. And if you haven't listened to the previous two videos, I suggest that you do, because then this one will make perfect sense and you'll get the full benefit of it. So my magic word was perfect or perfectly, but also you have to know, as I explained in the second wee video, when to use it and when not to use it. And now this formula, my magic formula, shall we say, has actually got two aspects to it that are really extremely powerful. I was given these by my higher self, or my I am presence, as I call it. And that is the premise of my life, because that is the infallible, fail-safe power source, if you like, of all of us. The one that my colleague, Dr. Wayne Dyer, the late Dr. Wayne Dyer, also spoke about and lived from, and many, many others. We know that this is the highest way we can live. But even if you don't subscribe to that at this point, or do it, my techniques will still empower you, and in particular help you create the life that brings you joy and makes your heart sing. So we've talked about intentions and making them very clear, and using, when appropriate, the word perfect or perfectly to incorporate all the details that you could possibly wish for, and you don't have to worry then about missing any out. Now, there's another way, and this is my wee formula that my higher self gave me, which sort of shortcuts a lot of the older systems of manifesting or creating or attracting. I'm not saying they don't still work, because they can and they do. But if you're a busy person, as most of us are nowadays, this is a sort of a shortcut that is just as effective. So instead of hours and hours of days of affirmations and writing things down and so forth at length, uh, this is what you can now put in its place. Now, first of all, I use this formula as a decree. Now, there's a big difference in a decree and an affirmation, for example, or even an intention. Both of those latter ones leave room for the possibility of failure, whereas a decree is something you state as a fact. You actually know it is going to occur. So I use this as a decree, and my decree is, mind you, I use, as I say, I incorporate the power of my higher self first, and then I say, by the power of my I am or higher self, I decree the perfect outcome. The perfect outcome. And then you add whatever it is you're aiming to bring into your life, the perfect outcome of the relationship of your dreams, or the perfect outcome of having a life of comfort and ease, a perfect outcome of enjoying physically and mentally a sense of well-being and optimum health and function, is the way I word mine. So the perfect outcome takes you to the finished result. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. You don't worry how, you just allow. And that's the secret. And so the extra part of this is then you create in your mind the perfect outcome of what it's going to look like, or what you're going to feel like, or what you're going to be enjoying as a moving video, if you will, or even as a still photograph. And then you imprint it on the quantum field. And the quantum field is an aspect of the divine mind, so it contains all potentials, all possibilities, all information, all knowledge. And as quantum physics tells us, that what we observe, then we can bring into reality. So you put into the quantum field exactly what it is you are aiming for, your intention, you decree it as so, and then you observe it on the inner planes, of course, as a done deal. In other words, it's accomplished. On one level, it's already there now. All you have to do is to bring it into the 3D reality. So play with that idea of decreeing the perfect outcome of, and then you can, as I say, bypass a lot of the time consuming methods that we used to use and still get the most amazing effect, especially when you incorporate it as a decree and with the help of your divine power source, your higher self. But as I say, even if you don't wish to do that, just decree the perfect outcome and imprint it there as a done deal, as a finished product, if you will, on the quantum field. So I hope that these hints and these formulae and as I say, my magic words have helped you as they have indeed helped me enormously. Before I knew all of this, life was okay, but it was rather ordinary. And now I can have an extraordinary life, not just sometimes, but all the time. And when challenges do arise, as inevitably they do in the third dimension, you can still see the end result is still going to be there and easier to reach once again than when you have nothing that you can fall back on. So holding that intention always gets you through challenges and circumstances that are related to this 3D duality, shall we say, and its experiences, and it will get you there back on track a lot quicker. So I do hope you enjoy using these and work with them, try them, and if you have any questions, you will actually find it explained step by step in my book, The Miracle Effect. And if you haven't seen it or got a copy, it's available as an ebook as well as the hard copy. And you can go to my website, which is www.sylviavowless.com, or you can go direct to Amazon or one of those outlets. And you'll find this the whole package, shall we say, detailed as step by step of all the. It's like a complete reference book and knowledge book that will give you the life of your dreams and your heart's desires being fulfilled always, and miracles coming into your life as on a regular basis. Like a miracle-filled life is a habit. It's something you can develop, and that's what I also share in my book. So happy creating, and thank you for joining me. I will be doing future videos and posts on my Facebook pages. I have two, Sylvia Shanti Vowless, and also the more the teaching page, which is called a public figure page, just Sylvia Vowless. So you can find me there. And do join me. Let me know your successes, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask as well. Or if you want to email me direct, again, I'm always happy to help people along the way. So my email address is sjv and the figure 3, sjv for victory and the figure 3 at extra without an e xtra.co.nz. So let's make this world a happier place, because each one of us that improves our lives and Each one of us that becomes a master, creator, and manifester is helping the whole of humanity, the whole frequency and vibration, and the ongoing evolution of human consciousness to start manifesting greater and greater potentialities and possibilities that we actually do have latent and dormant in us. So, what you're doing on a personal level is actually helping the whole. So, I leave you and thank you for joining me. Send you my blessings and love. And as I say, do let me know your successes as you start totting them up. It's always encouraging, and it also encourages other people to know that things are working and working so much quicker these days in these new energies than they used to in the past. So, God bless now, and do please follow me on Facebook if you wish. Don't forget to like my public figure page because that way it spreads the word to more people. And the other way to help me help others is to share. Share these posts and share these videos. So, blessings to you and have a really happy life, a heaven on earth experience.